Hi and welcome to my channel. In this video, I'll be using the Cricut Joy to make an insert card and to also write on the inside of that card. So you'll need a Cricut Joy with a writing utensil as well, compatible with the Cricut Joy. You'll need your design space. You'll also need some insert cards. They don't have to be Cricut, but you do want to have cards. These ones are 4.25 inches by 5.5 inches. And you'll need a card mat. Coming up soon, I'll be making a video on how to do cards with the maker, so stay tuned for that one if the Joy is not your thing. So let's get started. Okay, so in Design Space, I made sure that I have my Joy selected up here, and I went to Cricut Access. I'm in the Projects tab over here, and I typed in Easter card. So I have some of these Easter cards to choose from that are ready-made. Maybe one of these days I'll do a video on how to make your own card because that's pretty fun as well. I kind of like this one. Let's do a grandma card. Oh, but we can't customize. So you have to be able to customize it. Let's see if I can customize. I can't customize that one. So the problem with some of these in Cricut Design Space is that you can't customize. So I guess we'll just pick a regular one. Let's do this one. Easter greetings. This is pretty. So I'm going to click on Make It. It's just going to automatically go to the Make screen. Over here, you want to make sure that the material size is correct. So 4.25 by 5.5, that is correct. And I'm going to have it on my card mat. So let's go for it. Continue. So I'm going to connect my Joy. I'll be choosing Insert Card, Cardstock. Okay, now here's where it gets fun. I don't actually have a 0.8 pen that's pink. I just have my Joy pen, but I do have some Sharpies, so I'm going to show you guys a quick hack in just a second. So I have two options. I can use just the Cricut Joy black pen that I actually have, or there's a hack that I can use with like a Sharpie pen. So basically what you're going to do, and you can see I have mine marked already. In the Joy won't click in place. So what you want to do is line it up, and actually I marked it a little bit incorrectly. So you see where the ridge is here? Okay, you can see where the ridge is here. And you want to line your pens up exactly. Let's see, I've marked it a little bit too high. So I'm going to mark it a little bit lower. And you want to mark on this pen where the ridge actually is. So it's actually right there. Now the other problem is that it's awfully skinny and it'll just drop straight through the Joy clamp. So I like to use these little hair ties. You can also use the loops that you get from the loom bracelets. But anyways, so I just wrap it around twice. So once and twice. And then it's going to fit into the clamp. And I'm going to just kind of put it down in there until I get to the blue mark. And there it is. And then I'm going to close my clamp. Your mat is going to come with like a plastic insert card. I'm just kidding. And with a plastic cover card. And you'll want to take this off before you do anything. Okay, so take that off. I like to put a little thing on mine so I don't lose it. So then I'm going to take a card. I think I'll do this coral kind of color. And you're going to open the card and stick it inside here. And then close it on top. So now the inside, or the other part of the card is going to be protected while you cut and draw on this part. And it's automatically feeding in. Okay, so now everything's loaded. I didn't load pink, I loaded that teal color, but that's fine. The Joy doesn't know. It doesn't know any better. So let's go. All right, so let's take it off. I'm going to use my little spatula here just to kind of lift underneath the more delicate areas before we start. I'm just kind of going straight upward with it. This mat is actually not really that sticky, to be totally honest. So now I'm going to flip it upside down and just use my fingers to gently press while I pull open the cards. And you'll be left with a little bit of, the part that you cut off. So I'm just going to take my scraper tool and get these off the sticky mat. I'm going to use this mat again in just a second, but before I do anything else, I'm just going to cover it just to keep it sticky as much as possible. So here's the front. It's not all cleared out, so I'm just going to take my weeding tool and I'm just going to pull out any paper that didn't make its way onto the mat when I pulled it off. All right, so this part's done. Now we're going to write on the inside of the card. Okay, so we're in Design Space. The first thing I'm going to do is make a rectangle that is the same size as my card, so I know how big I need to have my message. So I'm going to unlock it, and I'm going to change the dimensions to, it's 5.5 inches tall and 4.25 inches wide. Okay, so this is it. I'm going to change the color of it so that I can see what's going on. And let's look for a font. When you want to look for a font, you want to search a writing font. Okay, and you want to make sure it says writing here. This one's nice. And the reason why you want to choose a writing font is so that you don't get the hollow letters. A lot of you guys are like, how do I not get hollow letters? Well, it's the font. So there's workarounds and stuff too, but anyways, let's write something down. Oh, that's an ugly comma. I don't want that. I don't want that either. Okay. So we'll just do that. So here it is. I'm going to ungroup. Get that out of the way. I'm just going to move the spacing in. Well, that looks fine. All right, so now I'm going to just resize so that it fits on my card. Okay, so now, and then I'm going to sign it down here. That looks pretty good to me. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to hide this so I don't cut it by accident. And then I'm going to make sure, yep, this is draw. This is a writing font, so it's automatically going to go to pen. And now I'm going to click attach and make it. I'm going to do it on my card mat here. And right here, you want to make sure that your material size is this. I don't really know why they have that other material size. It's not like they've ever made cards for us to buy that are that size. So yeah. So you can kind of center it. I'm doing it a little bit high because we're going to sign it down here and it's going to make it look a little bit more evened out. That's why I don't want that in the center. So you could always align everything center, but I just didn't want to. So there it is. And I'm going to click continue. I'm going to choose insert cardstock. and then I'm going to load in my stuff. Okay, so I'm going to pull that thing off, and I'm just going to fold my card inside out this way. Now, some people would recommend that you cut the front at the end. I always forget though, because when you start to put it under, it might get caught as you slide it underneath. Slide it all the way up to the top of the mat. There we go. And then make sure it's firmly attached. So I'm just going to click go on the design space. So this is it. It looks really great. I'm quite pleased with it. I'm just going to get the corner kind of started with my little spatula tool and lift just a tiny bit straight up. Again, this one's not really that sticky. If your mat's kind of sticky, you'll want to flip it and peel the mat away. And then we'll slide this part out. So now is where the insert part comes in. And I'm going to grab my insert piece. And I'm just going to stick it in the corners. And there it is. It looks really beautiful. And then you can open it and this looks really nice. Let me also say that some people, you could, if you want to, glue the back of this paper, the back side of the card. So if you wanted to, you can put glue here so that you don't see the gap between the insert and the front. And that's it. It really is just that simple to make a card using the Joy. And there's a lot of cards you can choose from on Cricut Access. Next time, maybe if you guys are interested, drop me a comment in the comment section. And if you want me to show you how to make your own card, I can also do that for you. Please like this video if you've learned anything new or it's helped you in any way. And also consider subscribing to my channel for more videos like this one. Thanks, and see you next time.